First of all, you don't know me.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens.
So you guys, welcome to another Q&A. I just want to say, we sometimes answer fan questions here that, we don't ever think about again. But this week I had an interaction where we had answered a fan question about what our favorite Broadway shows were and what we were excited to see. And I said Little Shop of Horrors. And so just this past week, I took my kids to see Little Shop of Horrors. And one of the young women that was working at the concession stand was like, "Oh my God, you said you were coming in, and here you are." And she listens to our show and was like, hi, you were so lovely. Thank you so much for taking care of my family. But it was just so nice to have a real life interaction where our fan questions pop up in the real world. So thank you guys for sending these. We've got some more good ones this week.
Cool. Oh, I love that you went to see Little Shop. Tammy Blanchard is such an extraordinary actress. I love her in everything. Mm-hmm. She's how I learned how to cry on camera when we worked together on Guiding Light all those years ago. And I'm sure she's in spectacular, Audrey.
Yeah, she's fantastic. It was such a good time. And my son is like obsessed with the show now. George calls it the Stranger Things puppet show because she's convinced that the plant is a demigorgon. And she's like, "Oh, we saw the Stranger Things puppet show." So,
oh my God, that's so cute.
It was the day that you took them to see that show that Grant and I were in New York. So we went over, y'all, to Hilarie's right after them and the kids got back. And we're in the living room and Gus is like showing me drawings from Dungeons and Dragons. And then I'm asking George if she liked the play. And you know when like you first get in the room with a little kid and they're excited and they can't tell if they want to like actually talk to you or just grin at you. And she walks over to one of the drawings on the kitchen table and just does this and is tapping on it. And it's a drawing of the Gorgon.
Of the Gorgon.
And I was like,
she draws Gorgons on everything.
Like I was sobbing laughing. Hilary was like, "Oh yeah, she thinks it's the Stranger Things puppet show." And
dude,
I love it.
She thinks that you're Sophia from Sophia the First. And that plant is a freaking demigorgon. So
That's awesome.
you gotta let kids have their reality. Yeah. All right. So we've got good questions. Where do we want to start?
Lindsay wants to know, okay, what's been your favorite Brooke, Haley, Peyton moment so far? So I don't know if this is asking us individually or as a group, but I think as a group would be a fun way to answer.
Yeah, the trio scenes are the best.
They're just so good. It's funny what this brings to mind for me. And, I was out for a few episodes just doing some life things.
Are you busy, Sophia? That's crazy.
Just, that's fine. Nothing important. Just no big deal. Just getting married. But right before I left, we did the episode where, Brooke wakes up in bed with Chris Keller. And when we did that scene, and I know we talked about it then, but where you guys come in and I'm just shoveling ice cream and it was so alive.
Yeah.
I think that when it's the three of us, it really is just some of our best material in general.
I like the sleepover where you rip the thing off my nose or I ripped it off of your nose.
Mine,
or
it was mine. It was mine.
The mud mask and Hillary. Yeah, I just think that was so fun.
And I like the origin story of the three of us. I want to say it's like one of those first episodes where we're in Brooke's car.
The road trip. Yes.
And Haley's siphoning gas and Brooke's wasted in the back.
I hear birds.
So fun.
I hear birds. Yeah,
so
that was so, I think that was our first inclination that like the chemistry of the three of us together was strong. And that like, oh, we can play together. Like we can surprise one another. Because sometimes you work with an actor that doesn't like to be surprised and wants you to do it exactly in rehearsal the way you're going to do it in every single take. And the three of us aren't that way.
No.
The three of us are just
I don't like that.
Get weird.
What should we do now?
Yeah.
Fun.
I love that.
Oh, well, speaking of Sophia being super busy and unavailable for a couple weeks, Cameron wants to know, what was the best song we all danced to at Sophia's wedding?
I want to dance with somebody.
Yes. Listen, Joy was wearing this red dress.
Come on.
Joy was wearing this red dress that you could see snake through the crowd, and just like every once in a while there'd be like a single dude that'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" Oh, hey. It was such a good playlist. How did you put the playlist
That
together?
song.
Did you guys pick every single song?
Well, you know what we did? So we knew how we wanted it to start. Like we were going to, do what you do, which is you get married, you go take photos, everyone's having cocktail hour. You're wildly jealous that you can't be having cocktails with your friends, but you're also so happy that you just did the thing. And so we knew we were going to come into the reception once everybody moved in. And there's a tradition, one of my best girlfriends, Mandana, who I do all the I Am a Voter stuff with, her family is Persian. And in Persian weddings, like you come in and you party for 30 minutes. Like she had shots being passed around in the first 30 minutes of her reception. I was like, this is the funnest, craziest vibe. And we were like, oh, we're doing it. Yes. And so we thought we'll walk in, we'll do our first dance. And literally like a couple of the gals will bustle my dress while we get everybody on the dance floor, and we'll dance for 25 minutes straight. So we picked our first dance song. We picked that first song everyone danced to. It's this band I'm obsessed with, Duran Jones, and the song is called With You, and it goes, come through, bring the crew. Come through, bring the crew. Come through, bring the crew. I just want to be with you. Hey! And it's like, it's literally, I'm like, it's all I want is to be in a pile of my friends at all times. But it's a puppy pile. And so the band learned that song, and our friend Jack Garrett, who's like the most insane musician, sang with the band for our first dance. And so we connected Jack to the band months ago. And he was like, well, is there anything else I can help with? And I was like, well, if you're like, not busy writing Grammy award-winning music, could you maybe help us curate like the band list? And for months, we made playlists of everything they knew. We made a like must playlist. Please play within the first hour. These are the songs that are like, fine if you need to play for whatever, but we don't care. These are the songs like definitely don't play. Yeah. And it was the best playlist of my life. What a cool gift.
To give to the people that came to your wedding is your playlist. And that's not a hint. That's not me being. But also just for weddings in general. Like, we can do that now. We have the capability to just like create a, playlist somewhere. That's what I want.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's actually such a good idea.
You're going to be busy for the next couple days.
I'm going to
send it
do
to us.
I will.
Do that.
Oh I got it. I got a weekend project.
We need the tea towels and we need the Spotify list.
I'm ready. I know. Everyone's like, could we maybe order some of those napkins? I'm like, maybe we should sell them. I don't know.
Do it.
For people at home that don't know, Sophia had every single detail perfect. Of course she did. But we entered the reception and they had embroidered napkins at every place setting with the same flowers that were on her dress. And they were stunning. And Joy and I are just trying to steal as many of them as we were just like, how do we fit these in our purses? Our purses aren't big enough for this.
No, you guys, Vanessa, my former roommate, like a bridesmaid in my wedding, was like, I just need to admit to you, because I'm sure one of the planners will tell you, and I don't want to get caught. I tried to steal 8 napkins to take home with me. And they caught me and they took them back. Yeah.
I didn't get a napkin. I want to know who walked off with napkins, because I know someone did.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah. I might know someone.
Well, lucky for you, you know a gal.
Playlist
so
and napkins.
We'll work it out. Honestly, this next question from Tessa, I just want to be like us. She's like, what's your favorite relationship on the show? I'm like, clearly it's the three of us.
Like, I even liked it when we would fight. Like I felt like I felt safe fighting with you guys on the show because I knew that we were making good work.
Yeah.
You know how sometimes when you have to do like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Gross storylines or just heavy lifting storylines and you're with someone where you're like, I liked when we had fun, but I also really liked it when we, throw each other across a room. When Joy was always punching people. Haley hit so many people.
Yeah, what is going on with Haley being so deeply
It's the baby
angry?
of the family.
I don't know.
Just holding on to it all.
But I agree with that. I think because we all really showed up and worked hard and, it's something we talk about so much now. Like, we love each other, not only as people, but as performers. We like to watch each other work. And so even when we would have, these fight scenes or our characters would be in conflict, it was yummy because we went somewhere cool together. There's nothing worse than having to do something really emotional or taxing, and the person acting opposite you is a lazy performer, and you're just like, I'm going to have to do twice the work today.
Oh, it's so annoying.
And we've all had that. And so when we get to act together,
bring it.
We're just like, oh, this is going to be fun. Because everybody brings something. Everybody's willing to be in the moment. We'll improv. We'll do it exactly as it is on the page. We'll do every version in between. And that's what you want making art to be. You want it to be creative and surprising. And so, I liked it.
Joy. Hi, Joy.
Oh, hi, Joy.
Hi, Joy. She wants to know, what is something every woman should do in her 20s? What's something every woman should do in her 20s?
Oh my God.
What can you do in your 20s that you can't do at any other age? I mean, I don't know.
I literally was,
Live
guys,
alone.
we're such grown-ups.
Alone.
Live alone. You know what I was going to say? Start a 401k.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Start
get an American Express
putting
card.
your money away.
Justin and Danielle were so sick
In your
of
20s.
me, like, dating unemployed or homeless boys, and they were just like, Hilarie, you've had a 401k and a mortgage since you were young. Like date someone else who has that. And so, yes, don't spend your money. Put it all away. Put it all away. And then kiss all the boys. You can kiss you can kiss all those waiters and musicians and all those things.
Yeah.
Those make for fun stories when you're a little older.
Yeah.
Kiss one of everything.
Yeah. Do the romantic things. But definitely get an Amex card, put everything on it, put your morning
All
coffee
the
on your
points.
Amex, get all those points. Just everything goes on the American Express. You will love those points in your 30s.
Very good. Very good. Come to us for financial advice, everyone.
Save your money, but if you are going to spend it, get the points.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. But also, living alone is really important because
It is.
you get to know yourself, and it's really hard to get to know yourself and your habits when you're under someone else's eye, whether it's a parent or a roommate even. Having time to just live totally alone and understand, you can recognize your own habits without blaming things on other people, or it's just all you, and you learn how to take care of your space. It's a really, really valuable lesson.
My husband goes out of town
that.
and I'm still a little like,
Yeah.
hey man, I was good at this. I'm going to make tea right now. That's it.
right.
Look at me go.
Would the cast and crew ever vacate together?
You guys went to Iceland
without
me.
I know.
I didn't get
Honestly,
to go to Iceland.
Oh,
I was invited. I just didn't go.
I know. You missed an opportunity
I know.
there. It was a great
Did
trip.
you guys ride horses? I remember
Oh,
hearing
yeah.
about horses.
Under the Aurora Borealis.
No better moment ever, because Icelandic horses are very small. And I grew up riding at a cute little Western barn in Central California. I've been on all kinds of horses. You guys, there was a big group of us, like Scotty, who was one of our PAs, a whole bunch of us. Some folks that people at home will know and some you won't, but a wonderful crew. I was just like, I'm about to start naming all these people and people are gonna be like, who are you talking about? Not the point.
We know.
Anyway,
We know
this
who was there.
this big group of us went to Iceland. We had so much fun. We were going to pubs, we were doing things. But the memory that is burned into my brain is being on these little Icelandic horses, and Scotty, his horse really starts to take off. Then I hear, and I look over, and tall James Lafferty is on an Icelandic horse that is not having it. And he's trying.
dragging.
No, his feet are basically on the ground like a kid, like a parent on their child's bicycle. And then I look over because I hear laughing, and Paul is also a bear on this tiny horse, but Paul looks like a Viking king. His posture is perfect. He's taking it very seriously. And so Our sweet young boys are losing control of these animals running into the distance. Our friend Julia looks like a princess, and Paul comes riding up like the king of the country. And I was just like, this is the moment when I wish more than anything I had a GoPro on a helmet on my head.
Oh,
because I wish I could, and I would never, let's be honest, I'm not wearing one. But I wish I could replay that video for all of us now. Because
I have it in my mind now.
Oh my God. It was so ridiculous and dumb. I also went on a trip. I went on a trip with Paul. We went on a trip to Whistler with some of his friends because we have all the Canadian connections. And I realized I'm not good at snowboarding. I am not a person who's meant to have her feet attached. Yeah, I came back very injured. I got in a lot of trouble because I guess contractually we're not actually supposed to do winter sports.
We're not supposed to fly planes or ride motorcycles or do winter sports.
It wasn't great. And Paul wasn't having it. He was like, I'll carry you to set. They can shut up. He was not happy that everybody was mad at me, but we survived.
Whatever. But we lived in a town that pretty much was a vacation town.
Yeah.
We didn't have to go anywhere. We would just go to the beach.
We'd go to the beach all the time. Yeah. Joy, when you had that place at the beach, your like second floor unit that you had early, the number of nights spent in that hammock, it did feel like a vacation. I loved that.
Joy, we just had this conversation looking at real estate in Wrightsville Beach. We found.
We were on Zillow.
We found a house that was like 4 units. All
we were
in
like,
one
we
house,
should get it.
all for sale. And we're like, if we create a drama queens lair in Wrightsville
Yes.
Beach,
Drama Queen's house. Yes.
Yes.
it would be the ultimate vacation house.
Oh, I like this question. Betty, which personality trait from your character do you wish you had?
Haley seems neat.
Yeah. You're right. Haley does feel like a person with a very organized pantry.
Yeah, I'm not neat.
You're an artist, Joy. You don't need to be neat.
There you go.
Neat. Yeah. Come on. Don't be crazy. Peyton is, I don't know. Do I need any of Peyton's traits? Or is Peyton am I still barely teetering on sanity as is? Because if I feel like if I had to absorb any Peyton energy, it might be the thing that does me in.
Yeah. You know what I will say, and this is actually funny because I was going to say this for you and her, and I realize I do feel this way about Brooke as well. Peyton started a record label in high school. Brooke started a fashion company in high school. It has taken me until recent years, regardless of anything you guys have said or the other friends and people whose opinions I trust have said to me about what I'm capable of, it has taken me until recent years to go, I can do that. Mm-hmm. You know what? Yes, I can.
Me too.
And I would love to have had the self-confidence I am discovering at 40, at 17.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
That would have been cool. I think we both
still have
deserve
imposter
that.
syndrome.
Yeah.
That's true. They were very ambitious young women, Peyton and Brooke and Haley, just going off on tour.
Yeah.
And so, let's be as ambitious as possible. What are they going to say?
Oh.
No, you can't do that.
That's right. Just go for it. You got to go for it.
I would really like that.
All right. Kathleen is asking, what's your favorite TV show that you could watch over and over again and never get sick of?
Friends and Frasier. And Seinfeld too. I don't know. Those are kind of real standard. I Love Lucy. I have been watching since I was a kid and I still do watch it. So maybe that's
classic.
My answer.
You guys know what mine is. Do you know? I feel like I say it all the fucking time. I'm so obsessed
Golden Girls?
No. Freaks and Geeks. I'm obsessed with this show.
Yeah.
And I have such a crush on John Francis Daley, the little boy who is now a grown man directing movies and stuff. I just think he's marvelous. And my son just recently got into D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, which Sophia experienced. He came out and he's talking about dungeon masters with her, and the characters on that show play Dungeons and Dragons. They're like nerdy little boys. And now I've got this nerdy little boy to show it to. And I get to relive it with my son. And I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I love
Great.
I love that so much. Oh, man. I mean, mine kind of span... Yeah, when I think about growing up, I watched I Love Lucy, Golden Girls, and Mr. Ed, the show about the horse.
Yes.
On Nick at Night, like religiously. When they took Nick at Night. They took Mr. Ed off the air, I sobbed uncontrollably. My parents were like,
did?
I was devastated. I was like, I'm never gonna be able to watch it again. And then I think about like things that were super impactful for me later in life. Like I can always watch an episode of Sex and the City, always. And my very favorite show of the pandemic, which now I've seen all the way through 3 times, is Feel Good, Mae Martin's show on Netflix.
You love that show.
I love that show, you guys. I love it. And sometimes when I'm like, I'm too tired, I can't possibly pick a show. I don't have the capacity to be like stressed out over everybody shooting each other on Ozark or like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm watching that I love, but like I get overwhelmed. I'm like, I'm just going to watch Feel Good.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And like, that's a new show. Keep it coming.
Modern classics. Thank you guys for your questions.
That was fun. Like chatting with you girls about that stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Keep them coming.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to leave us a review. You can also follow us on Instagram at Drama Queens OTH.
Or email us at dramaqueens@iheartradio.com. See you next time.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team.